So I know I haven't made any video in the past, couple weeks. That's always because stuff's been, in the way, and every time I usually have video ideas, I just don't get to them, and I'm usually doing videos like our schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday. During the summertime, that worked perfectly, but ever since school started, it's been harder. But I'm still trying to upload. I'm still trying to upload weekly. That hasn't really been this time around because it's been like 2 weeks since the last one. But the last time I uploaded like 3 videos in like one day, so I kind of made up for it. But they were all like fish profiles, so I'm gonna change it up today. Mostly because I got this in the mail, and I'm sure some of you might know what I'm already talking about, especially from the title. And that's fluval bug bites. And if you've known Pet Tech or any of those channels that were giving away, a free sample to do the video entry, to be honest, I don't know if that's still going on. You could tell me if it is, but I'm still gonna make this video like it's an entry. But I'm really just here to review the food. So if the contest is over, it's whatever. But yeah, Fluval Bugs like so. Yesterday in the mail, I got a box from Fluval or Hagen, and I got the. I ended up picking the tropical forma for small fish, which is obviously goes well with what I have going. And you know, I like Fluval. Everything on my tank's Fluval. Well, all the equipment wise, the tank isn't Fluval. The tank is Marineland, but everything else on here is Fluval except for the Wave Maker. The Wave Maker and the tank, or the circulation pump in the tank, those are Marineland. But everything else is Fluvals, and my heater's Fluval, filters, light is Fluval. So, I love Fluval, and when they came out with the food, it was kind of different because I don't think they've ever made a food before. And they came out with this food called Bug Bites. And if you've ever already seen it, it's in the name. It's actually, it's not just made up, fake stuff that, a lot of these fish companies might have. These are actual bugs. And it's not just all bugs. So I got the ingredients here, the top ingredients. And so the top ingredients are a black soldier fly larva, so flies, and they got salmon, concentrated fish protein, peas, potatoes, and wheat. And I think the best idea, or like really how this idea is kind of really good, because I don't think any other fish food companies really thought something like this. Because in the wild, fish they eat bugs. It's either other fish or bugs, and it's kind of a great idea that to mimic a fish's what they'd be out in the wild, and it might even make a fish feel like they're out in the wild, feel like their natural habitat. You have these bugs floating on the surface that come and eat them. Don't think the food really does all that just because it's not alive. It's actually dead, grounded up. All this stuff. It's grounded up flies, peas, potatoes, wheat, salmon, and all that. But it definitely can mimic a lot of things out in the wild. It can. So in the bottle, I guess come up here when you first get it. It's gonna say what type you have. If you have some of the bigger food like cichlid or pleco, you're not gonna get these little bottles. You're gonna get like maybe like a black bag, kind of like what Northfin food comes in. If you ever bought that. But right here it just shows well, at least on top of this one it shows a fly and it says tropical formula, bug bites, and then kind of gives you a little bit of detail, high protein diet, natural, processed insects, stuff like that. So I kind of want to talk about kind of like how this food is really made, so you kind of know what your fish are getting. So the process this whole thing goes through, it all starts out at a hatchery, and basically they capture, at least what I think, they capture the black soldier flies, and they produce larvae, which is naturally fed on decaying stuff, trash, and all that. And then adding the feedstock, which is consumed fruits, vegetables, which would otherwise go to waste, are rather used to make larva food. And then after that, you get the larva is consumed. After the larva is consumed, the fruit and vegetables, they convert the nutrients into proteins and good fats for your fish. And after that, it goes into a harvesting station. And after a 14-day cycling or a feeding cycle, the larvae are harvested and which are dried out. And that's what kind of makes this fish food, because obviously it's not alive, it's dried. Not freeze dried, just dried. But then there's the dried larvae are then mixed with high quality, the salmon protein that we talked about, all the fish protein, and then other minerals and stuff that, probably they put in it to keep it fresh and other stuff that I don't really know about, but it probably says in the back here somewhere all these weird ingredients that, what they put in these stuff, but and then last step, once it's all mixed, it's extruded into nutrient dense and pellets or pellets or these kind of grains, I guess you can call them, or sticks. And the sticks and I guess these are kind of pellets. The sticks are more for the the plectos. They actually do make ones for plectos and they're actually sticks. So that's what that's talking about. And then yeah, then they get put in these bottles and people go out and buy them. So that was kind of fast, but that's kind of just kind of the process it goes through. Basically, to sum it up, it just basically they basically harvest their own larvae. They feed them all the stuff they want to. They harvest them and dry them, and then they kind of just crunch them up and put them in a bottle. And that's what I kind of like about it. It's just quality, or really just fresh, because it's just grounded up, dried bugs and salmon and all that. So it's not just whoever knows what this other food is made out of. Who knows what fake stuff that they put in it that maybe not even be good for fish, might have too low of protein or too high of protein, something that's not good for your fish. A lot of fatty stuff in it. So this fish is probably one of the best out there at the moment for any fish. But yeah, I guess so. This is the tropical formula. That's one of their top ones, probably the most bought one right now. But they also have the cichlid formula, the goldfish, and then the bottom feeders, which plectos, corridors, loaches, coolie loaches, any of those stuff. Then goldfish, you guys know what that is. Cichlids, lake Lake Maui, any of those, any cichlids. Even angelfish, yeah, angelfish and all that other stuff, discus. But the tropical formula could be for angelfish. Tropical is perfectly fine too. But but they do give you options, so whatever one fits your stuff. If you have angelfish with a community tank, the tropical will probably be more suitable. If you have just an all cichlid tank, just choose a cichlid formula. There's no point in getting the tropical. Plus, the cichlid is a little bit bigger. I think here. Let me see. Yeah, the pellets for the cichlid are like 5 to 7 millimeters, and then they have a little bit smaller ones that are like 1 to 2 millimeters. So these right here, I think if I look on the bottle real quick, yeah, it's 0.7 to 1 millimeter, which is really small. Still not small enough to fit in a neon tetra mouth, because neon tetras have really small mouths, but that's besides the point. But these are slow sinking, if you're wondering that. So I'm actually gonna drop them in a second to show you kind of like. I don't need to really feed my fish right now, so I'm not gonna put a whole lot, but I'm gonna show you kind of like how it works and what this looks like. But that's basically, that should be all said there. So if you look in here, so also the bottle is really nice. It's a hard plastic. It's not gonna break or anything. You got this really nice lid, and also you get a little. So let me show you what it looks like. So it just looks like legit. If you see, it's not really pellets. It's just more like just grinded up. I don't know what you could call it, but this is just grinded up flies and whatever else they put in there, the salmon and other fish. So let's see. Height ground the camera because it's usually shaky, but we'll try to do this real quick. So as you see in here, it's just really finely grinded. And you probably should wash your hands after you touch this. I don't know. I don't see anything on here saying any warnings, but just in case, you might want to wash your hands after you feed this. Kind of the same with anything like bloodworms or any of that. You might want to wash your hands. So if you take a little pinch here, I'll kind of show you. Let me clean my glass. But you can see right here, you can see how it's slow sinking. Actually, Neon Tetra just ate it, so that one can fit in its mouth. But some of them are kind of too big to feed on Neon Tetra mouth, so you might have to grind them up a little bit. But we'll do a little bit more. Do a little pinch. You can see right there falling all the black neons, glow lights neons. And they seem to like it a lot better than regular food. Like, when I feed this, usually when I feed food, it'll kind of sink towards, well, most of the fish will get at the top, but it usually falls to the middle, and then, you know, a lot of the fish aren't really that excited to eat. They're not, you know, they'll come up to the surface, but they're not, like, really fast. Ever since I feed this, the fish kind of just instantly come up to the surface. Like, they can just already smell it. I don't even know. Like, they seem to have weird reactions to this food. Not that it's bad, it's more, you know, they just like really like the food for some reason, and that's probably a good sign. It being this natural kind of food for them probably really changed the behavior. I don't know about anybody else. I haven't really seen anything, but that's one thing I've kind of noticed feeding this a couple times, that it really changes the fish's behavior when it comes to feeding. But yeah, it gets you. I mean, if you're running out of food and you need to buy, like me, I had some food. The New Life Spectrum, it's gonna expire this year, and I'm kind of glad that I got that. That's a full bottle. You know, they said a sample. I didn't expect an actual full bottle of it. So that's my new food now. I'm gonna feed that some freeze bloodworms, free dried, and then some other freezer food I have. But yeah, keeping feeding all natural stuff. You know, nothing weird or anything. But you know, if you have high dollar fish, you have, or any fish you would really want to take care of them, you're serious, I would, you know, this is not that much. That's a $5 or $6 bottle of food. Now, New Life Spectrum, that was like $20. I mean, and that's not really that good. For half the money, you can get something that's actually a really quality food, and I think that would be so much better for your fish. So, yeah, thanks for Fluval for sending that out. You know, I definitely wouldn't have bought it myself just because, you know, I have a bunch of food here. But now that I tried it, I'm definitely going to make that as my main food now and keep on using it and probably buy more. I'll probably use this for now on until, you know, if Fluid comes out with something else or something better comes around. But for now, I think this is the best food you can, one of the better foods you can get out there. So I'll grab a bottle, and yeah, that's basically about the full bug bites. You know, quick update about my tank. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I had the cloudiness cleared by 2 weeks ago when I was filming, but it still looks a little messy. I'm about to do a water change today. I didn't do the water change. Usually I film after the water change, so need to clean. Yeah, you move up. See the need to wipe off some of the film that's on this glass so it doesn't look so white, I guess. But tank's doing good. The plants, you know, nice and green. I think the fertilizer is really working. You know, the newbies growing. There's a lot. You can see the new leaves. This one's new. That one's new. The fern back here is really doing good. You see a lot of new leaves. Java fern, on the other hand, is, you know, not doing so good. I might have to buy another thing of Java fern. Not right now, but, you know, it's been having its troubles. I don't know what's wrong with it, but yeah. So that's a little video. Sorry it was so long. I kind of wanted to explain. I haven't made a video in a long time, so I get talking. But comment, like, subscribe. You got any questions? You got suggestions for the plant series, the fish series? You know, put a fish or a plant in the comment, and I'll make a video on it and give you a shout out. But other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one.